Coding Conversations. It's Kevin.
This is TC.
Yeah, how's it been going, man?
Good. It's mostly just focusing on catching up on React, learning a couple of cool things with code. I know we haven't really talked like code in a while.
Yeah.
Uh, Learned some pretty cool features that are coming to I guess ES13 now. I
Mhm.
don't know if you like keep up with all the ES changes and stuff.
I seen something in the latest JavaScript where you could do like it's a built-in thing where you can like do deep copies of objects without having to do like JSON, not stringify.
Mm, that's
So
cool.
yeah, it's really
I,
handy.
I don't know about that. There's also like you well for me, I would do like if I want to find something at a specific index, like if I find
Yeah.
like the first item or like I could put like index 0 or whatever, but you
Mm.
could do like array at like dot at and then put the index and then that will get you the item at that index. Like I thought that was pretty convenient. And then also if you want to have like let's say you want to print the number 1 million, but you don't want to type all the zeros or you don't know if you've typed enough zeros,
Mm.
right? You can space out the number using underscores. So you can have
Yeah.
like 1_000 underscore 000
Yeah.
underscore
Helps
zero
for
zero
like
zero.
readability.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
then like
pretty cool.
it'll compile down to the number you want. I thought that
Mm.
was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty useful.
yeah. But yeah, besides that, just like going over React stuff and trying to brush up and yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
kind
pretty
of
much
need to get back on my like after work coding grind, man. Like for whatever reason, I just do other stuff like play games or clean up or something. Like
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you. Sometimes you just you don't want to do anything. You don't want
yeah,
to code or game or anything like that.
like
But
when you first get in the industry, you like grind, grind, grind. Like you feel like if you're not spending like 5 hours after work, you're getting behind or something.
yeah, yeah, I've met people like that. Also, they're just like, I gotta grind, I gotta grind. I'm just like, dude, you're just like, it's like you're just hustling backwards. Like you need to
Yeah,
like rest too.
exactly.
And
Like about to burn out.
yeah, you're gonna burn out. It's not worth it. Get your sleep. Like
Yeah,
just chill.
sleep is like super important, but not a lot of people talk about it. Like your health is literally tied to your sleep. That's when your body repairs. So if you're trying
Yeah,
to be like all hardcore, you're shortening your lifespan.
it's not worth it. It's not worth it, man.
It's kind of like we got to put things in perspective. Like money and stuff is cool, but if your health is messed up, none of that money is gonna mean anything.
Right. Yeah. I've met people that they don't like the money doesn't matter to them. They care about
Yeah.
family and having a good time and
Mm,
making memories. They don't care about all the money you have in your bank account and all that stuff. Like, sure, that adds on to it, but I heard from this guy. He's like, I was a lot happier when I didn't have access to all these things that money gave me access to
yeah.
because like when you're limited, when your funds are limited, then you know, like you appreciate the little things that you could do with it.
Yeah.
The fact that he had so access to so much, he's like, it didn't make the experience any better. It just like, I don't know how to explain it. It just took away his enjoyment of it because he knew he could just have it.
Yeah, you kind of like you could appreciate. It's kind of like you remember back in the day, like when you had to record the song on the tape, like you could have just get it immediately.
Yeah.
That had you anticipating like the song coming on the radio, like you would
Yep.
be waiting.
Yep.
But now everything you just get it now, and there's no
Yep.
appreciation.
Just YouTube it. Yep. Pull
Yeah.
it up on YouTube, hit repeat, play it over and over again. Spotify, same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. You don't appreciate it anymore.
I think it's kind of weird, but like being deprived of stuff really makes you appreciate it a little more. Like like if you haven't drank water in a long time, you're just super thirsty. So a sip of water, it's like, man, this is good.
Yeah. 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 I think it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It's kind of like when you don't have it, you start chasing money, but once you get it, it's like it's cool, but it's not everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not trying to talk on a high horse. Like I know a lot
Yeah,
of like, there's definitely people who are going through something that are like, man, if I only had this, if I only had that,
yeah,
it would solve so many like problems. I get it, right? Like once you get past that point of I don't have to stress or worry about this thing that I used to stress slash worry over, then you enter
mm,
a whole nother what's what I'm looking for phase of life, I guess you could say. Like,
right.
like you're not worried about where your next dollar is going to come from to pay the water bill or gas bill or whatever. It just every 2 weeks it'll be there or it's
I've
supposed to
heard,
be.
like after like, they at the time of the study, they said like after 70,000, each dollar after that doesn't really make someone that much more happy. I would say now it's probably more like 90,000. You know, that point where you can just pay all your bills without thinking, and then
Right.
have a little left over for what you want.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly. Traveling too, right? Like uh like my boss travels a lot. He's in Vietnam
Mm,
right now, and like, he posts all these videos and stuff, and it's like wow. And he pushed me to like get out there and travel, and it's like
I
I think
wish.
I think a lot of people like should, especially in this industry, like go see the world, go out there. Like today, I bought tickets to the Anime Expo. Like I
Yeah,
haven't been there in a while, and then it's like okay, well I'm gonna go. Like I
yeah,
don't know all the latest anime that's out there, but I'm gonna go. I might dress up. I might take pictures and stuff. But the whole point is like get out there and
yeah.
have fun. Don't sit behind the terminal.
Yeah, experience, and you got to experience life and enjoy it. Like, like we're kind of introverts, especially in this industry, and it's just
Yeah,
comfortable sitting at home. But you don't
yeah,
want to be like looking back on life, and your whole life is literally in front of a TV or some kind of screen.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. You want to be able to say like, oh yeah, I went to Guatemala this one year, and here's
Mhm.
a picture. And even still, like uh, when you experience things, or when I personally, when I go out and I'm like doing something, sometimes I'll post it on Instagram, but I don't post everything on Instagram, right? Like
Mm,
I like it to be personal. If
right.
it's gonna be like super personal, I'll just take a picture with like an actual film camera and then have the film developed. Like I prefer like to actually save those memories in a photo album versus
Just
I
a
took a
digital.
picture this one day on Instagram. Let me scroll through this feed for hours and
Mm.
hours and hours just to find it, you know?
Yeah, I think like digital is like super convenient, but like there's something missing when the physical thing isn't there. Like you say, like
Yeah.
you have like a scrapbook with physical photos.
Yep.
Even like like video games back in the day, they had the box, the little nice
Yep.
instruction manual. Like
Yep.
you
They
felt
don't
like you
even do
got
manuals anymore.
no. It's just like the disc and maybe some kind of slip of paper that says
Yep.
like
A DLC code.
yeah.
That's it. Same thing with DVDs, man. They don't give you anything tangible to go with it. It's
Like
whack.
do you feel like there's something's missing to a certain extent, like
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah. Like for me back in the day, like I remember like saving up for my first like rock CD. I'll never forget it. It was Bowling for Soup, right? And it
mm,
was the band was terrible, but I enjoyed it. As a 13/14-year-old with his first Walkman and stuff. Like, uh, but I opened up the CD and the pamphlet had all the words to every song that was on that disc.
yeah.
And so like now you flip open a CD and it's just a slip or something.
Yeah.
It's not the same experience, man. I don't know.
No. Like as a kid, it was kind of cool having like the big binders, and you have like all the X-Men cars or something like that,
Yep.
baseball cards,
Yep.
the
Yep.
new hologram.
Pogs. You remember
Oh
Pogs?
yeah,
Yeah.
where
Yep.
they managed to sell kids anything. It's just literally like little circles with
Yep. With different
some of,
faces and stuff on it.
some
Yep.
of them look pretty cool. I think the ones was like 8 Ball and Poison.
And it's like so the Slammers too.
Yeah,
Yep. Man. Yeah.
I feel kind of sorry for kids now. Like they don't really have that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah. You don't
I
have
don't
anything
really
to
see
look
kids
back
like
on.
binders of cards. Have you?
Yeah. No, not really. Like as far as I know, the closest thing I can tell is like I call him my nephew in back in Honduras. Like, but I bring him toys. I bring him things from like out here over there. Like he loves cars, so he loves like trucks and stuff like that.
Mm.
And so like I brought him this truck one time, and the truck, you put it in water, and the truck changes colors. His mind exploded. He was like, "Oh my god, the color changes! Like you put it in water and it changes!" Like, but it was like the best thing ever. Like, I think you miss out on that magic of getting your first pogo stick. Like I didn't want a pogo stick and I hated it, but like whenever I go to my grandma's house, like, and I see that rusty old pogo stick, like I know like that's my pogo stick.
Yeah, brings back memories.
It's memories. You don't have anything with a phone or an iPad. Like maybe you do, like your first phone or whatever.
Yeah.
But like this next generation, like when I have a kid, like it's gonna suck.
Yeah, you're not gonna go like you say to grandma's house and see, oh, that's my basketball. I remember that.
Yeah.
Like,
mm-hmm.
I guess they look at a picture on the iPad and be like, oh, okay, I remember that, but it's not.
There's nothing tangible. There's nothing that says like, oh my gosh, like I remember saving up for my first Gundam, right? Like I went out and I went out and I bought, like, just for nostalgia purposes, like a Gundam, and I pieced it together. And like I sat down and I watched like a Gundam cartoon, and like it just brought back memories to actually sit down and do something like that. And I don't think I just don't think the kids have that. No, it sucks.
Well, I start kind of collect like art books. I've always liked art, and it feels good to have something physical to kind of look through.
Yeah, definitely. One art book I'm thinking about picking up is Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
Castlevania, the animated series from Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I've never seen it.
I recommend it, man. It's so good. It's so good. Like,
did they complete the series, or
they have a spinoff coming? But it's good. It's good. Like, it's 4 seasons long currently, and like it wraps up pretty nice. This story like that they have wraps up pretty nice, and like it doesn't feel rushed. It's really good. I recommend it.
Yeah, one of the my favorite animes was Sword Art Online. I don't know if you've seen that.
I saw a couple episodes. I couldn't pull me in.
Didn't really pull you in.
I didn't pull me in. No.
For whatever reason, I just watched like the whole, almost like the whole season in a day, just watching it back to back to back.
I can't. Like, my brain, after a while, I just don't even process like what's happening. It just, I just don't. You know, like I have to take it like piece by piece.
I thought that was a pretty interesting concept, though. Like, everybody's like joining into this MMO world. They got the headset on, but they get trapped because you know, if they take the headset off, they die. So they got to beat the game in order to be able to take it off.
Dot Hack did that. You remember Dot Hack Sign?
Oh, I never seen that.
It's similar concept. It's but so everybody logs into this game. It's like VR, right? You play it, and then there's one character that can't log out of the game. Like they never leave. And so the mystery is like, why can't this person like log out? And so like this was like way back, like early 2000s anime. I forget when it came out, but yeah, Dot Hack did that first, and I think that's why I couldn't get caught up in it, because like
you've seen it
I would see it and I'm like, I've seen that before. Like, oh, that's just this with an extra twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's pretty cool concept. Like, if you die in the game world, you die in real life. And, you know, people forge relationships in that digital world. Like, it almost feels like we're kind of entering into that. Like, sometimes I see people with those VR headsets on and they're just completely spaced out. Like, you could literally go into the room, take something, and leave, and they wouldn't even know. So like, it's kind of crazy. Like, their whole consciousness is like literally warped into this like synthetic world somewhere, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard good things and I've heard bad things about it. Like I used to be very much against it, where I was like, VR is dumb, but I can see the benefits, right? Where like
Yeah.
I heard a story about somebody who's disabled, and and they were using VR to sort of simulate the ability to like
Yeah.
having their
Well,
hands and feet and
yeah.
walk and stuff. And I think that's very like that
Yeah.
that's healthy. That's good,
Yeah.
right?
Pretty cool.
Like stuff like that can be therapeutic almost.
Yeah, I think everything in moderation. Like if you spend like an hour in the VR world and you can disconnect without any problems, then
Right.
you're cool.
Yeah.
But if you start going crazy, like you get that addiction. Like I'm gonna be back in this world. And,
Yeah. Yeah. That could definitely be something bad. Yeah, there's gotta be limits. There's
yeah,
gotta be limits. But we won't know the dangers of what we're doing now until years down the line. Like
yeah,
with social media and stuff, we won't know the damages. I feel like we won't know really the results of what we're doing to ourselves until this generation of kids grows up, and then we start to see like what really is the
mhm,
result of like being born and just having an iPad in front of your face all the time.
you're right. I think it's kind of like like a lot of us kind of grew up with video games and we played a lot. Like I think it just depends on their ability to detach. Like, are they able to say, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna handle business and go about my day, or are they like, like I remember like when I first started college, I was super into video games, but like when
Mhm.
I would stop playing, I would get like a headache, and
Yeah,
I didn't realize it, but I was like addicted. So
yeah, yeah,
once we got away with it, stopped playing for a while, I didn't have those like headaches. You know what I mean?
yeah. For me, my my family was very much like strict on the amount of gaming that I could do for a while.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
definitely it definitely got to a point where they just let me sort of do whatever I felt like doing. But then that like being in that scenario was like, okay, now I have to manage my own time. Like I know like I have to do homework. If I don't do my homework, these things are gonna probably happen, right? So
Yeah.
it was up to me to sort of discipline myself. But yeah, growing up, it was like maximum an hour of TV or
Mhm.
games or whatever you decide.
Mhm.
Uh, either Super Mario 64 or watch Toonami for an hour, and then that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very very disciplined. But now with TV and everything being on your phone, like
Yeah.
there's too much stimulation.
Yeah. I think it's a lot harder for parents to do that now because like back in our day, okay, our video games, and you look outside, there's like 20 kids outside.
Yeah, yeah,
Now you look outside, it's a ghost town. There's nobody out there.
yeah. No, that's definitely true. Yeah, even I think right now it's different just because it's summer. Like
Mhm.
the park that I'll like when I go on my morning walk. Sometimes I'll go to the park and
Yeah.
I'll see kids out there skateboarding and stuff and playing basketball. But I think it's
Mhm.
just because it's summer right now, which is great.
Right.
I'm glad to see that. It makes me feel
Yeah.
good. But I know once school picks up, it's just back to school and being in front of an iPad for who knows how long.
Yeah. Like when we grew up, even after school, like all the kids were playing outside, like riding bikes or
Yeah,
rollerblading. I
yeah,
literally like I occasionally see people, at like parks and stuff, but just around the neighborhood, you
yeah.
don't really see kids playing like that.
Yeah, like running up and down the street. I mean, they don't do it here because I live next to a freeway. You can't really do that. But
Yeah.
like, um, I see what you mean. Like when I was growing up, like it was, they go into the yard, knock on the door, hey, you can chance to
Yeah.
come out and play, and then like it even got to a point where like my big cousin would be like he would come in, turn off the PlayStation, and say go get out of, I mean, he'd be joking. He'd be like, get out of my house. And that would be
Mhm.
the word of okay, go outside and
Yeah.
play. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So I just think it's all about man, like how do you control that? Like
Yeah.
personally, how do you manage the overstimulation? Because one thing I've started to do is like limit my video gaming.
Mm.
Like, I've noticed that like there's just way too much stimulation for me, especially like my phone and stuff. So what I've
Yeah.
done is like I've gone into my phone and set like a limit to how much time a day I can use like YouTube, or how much time a day I could use like Instagram.
Mm.
And then like I know that the time that I have on this is finite. I can't just open it up whenever.
Yeah.
And it helps. I feel like that helps, because after that, when that hour's up, I gotta do something else. And if I ever open the app again, it'll say, you've reached your time limit.
Hmm. Yeah, like what do you feel like is the ultimate objective? Would it just kind of like balance your like work life, electronic time type of thing?
Just to break free of that 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 itch for stimulation. I think
Right.
like that's really the big one for me is to get back to a point where I don't feel the need to always be stimulated by something.
Yeah.
Like I can't sit and watch a TV show without pulling out my phone, or
Mhm.
uh, I can't play a game. Like my phone is always there to see me. Like it just pulls me in, like
Yeah.
subconsciously. If I ever get bored, I pick up my phone. If I ever like when I wake up, I pick up my phone, not just for the alarm, but for the entertainment. Open up
Kind of
Instagram, open
gives you
up
that
Facebook.
dose of adrenaline, like, oh
Yeah.
wow, this is crazy. Whoa,
Hmm.
like yeah, I
Yeah.
think what I'm saying, like it kind of makes us like unable to just experience like real life, because we're always
Yep.
seeking out like exciting stuff, exciting stories, like
Mhm.
absurd stories.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. It's like that. It's like, for example, like I heard the other day, like this lady, she recorded a video and was like, "I went to a singles mixer and no guy showed up." And
Yeah.
in reality, she just made up the story for
Oh wow.
drama. And it's like, because she was in one side of the event, and on the other side of the event was everybody else.
Hmm.
And so like she made up this whole story, and it's like, why'd you do that? Like, are you like
Views.
the views, the attention, stuff like that? It's like, what's the end goal?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. Like a lot of these guys I watch on YouTube, they're always arguing and fighting with each other. Are we gonna meet up when I see you?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this, and 2 years later they're still arguing and fighting. So I'm like, this can't
yeah,
be real. Like,
yeah.
you really want to see somebody
You'll go
after?
and you'll see them.
Yeah, you go. Exactly. So it's like they're hooking you in with this like fabricated drama just
Yeah,
to pull you in and get the views and get the money.
yeah. It's
You
all.
know,
It's all.
it's almost like you're a dope dealer. When you're on that side
Mm.
of the game, like you're dealing adrenaline. Like,
Yeah,
hey, look at me, look at me do something crazy. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. It's like you have to do something. It's like those pranksters that like you have to
Oh
do
yeah,
crazier and crazier and crazier stuff because the views. You're
yep.
addicted to the views. If the last video didn't get you the type of hits you want, you do something
Hmm.
else. And it's like now it's like you're a slave
Yep. The
to your
algorithm.
audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's kind of like why I toned back on all the posting on LinkedIn, because after a while, like when it comes to success, there's only so many rules. It's like you're doing
Right.
the same thing over and over, like exercise.
Right.
Only so many exercise movements.
Hmm.
So in order to get the views, I would just have to start making, I would have to start making some kind of stuff up just to have content, and I don't want to
Right.
do that.
Yeah. You don't want to get to the point where you're just doing something just to get views.
Yeah, like
That's not
attention
genuine.
whore. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, look at me. I got a clown suit on and just talking.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It's because that's a job in itself. Like trying to
Oh
keep
yeah.
up that appearance is work.
Yep.
It's bad work. I'm not about that life. I want to
I,
live life. I don't want to be. Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of those YouTubers, they quit after a while, because they get sick of, like, like not being genuine is draining. Like when you start pretending, it's draining because you got to keep up this fake image. You got to try to think of
Yeah.
what you're gonna do next,
Yeah.
and after a while, it's like, oh, it's not worth it.
Hmm. You're not being true to yourself.
Mm,
Like, because at the end of the day, like I feel like at the end of the day, we all have to look ourselves in the mirror
yeah,
and be okay with what we're doing, right?
yeah,
You have to say like, because what you did for the day. You know if you hit your goals and did what you said you were gonna do, and you have to live with that. Right? Nobody else
right,
has to live with that. And I feel like I know we're getting like super deep, but like personally, like I know for a fact that if I didn't go to the gym today, it's just because I didn't push myself to go to the gym, or I just
yeah,
let myself down. But the opposite works too, right? Like if you didn't want to go, you made yourself go. Like you appreciate that more. I
yeah,
feel you know it's the diet. What is it? Let me look it up actually before I speak.
yeah. I think when you're not genuine, man. Like when people start to like you, you're like, they don't even like me. They like this image. They like this character.
Yeah,
Like it's kind of weird, but a lot of people in the like the music industry and acting and all that, they have like multiple personalities. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got to play this role. I got to play this character.
yeah.
And yeah, I'd rather not do that. Like,
Rather be genuine to yourself, which is good.
mhm,
I feel like a lot of people, and probably our generation is going to be I don't know what it's going to be like for the next generation.
mhm,
Where there's always a screen in your face, there's always a camera there, right?
yeah,
It's like it I think that takes away from the the genuineness of it. Like if
mhm,
I always had a camera in my face and I knew something was going to be online, like I'd be stressed. I'd always have to put up this appearance, right? Or
yeah,
I would probably feel like it if I had an audience and they expected something of me.
right,
But I think if you go in just being yourself and you build an audience around that, then it'll be
yeah,
way easier than
being
faking
the
it.
character, yeah. Yeah, plus like the thing about like when you have a massive audience, they scrutinize everything. Like, oh, look at what he got in the background.
Yep, yep. Like, oh, look at his shelf. Oh, he doesn't have anything on his shelf. Look at the candle over there. Oh,
Yeah, we
you know,
exposed him.
yeah. We exposed him. Oh, he's look at his beard. Look at his glasses. Like uh, people behind that anonymous. Like, there's no responsibility online. Like,
Mm,
unless you make like a serious threat, and then like you you get like the authorities involved.
yeah,
Like you could say and do pretty much anything. And I think when it comes to that, like if you're gonna be a content creator, you have to be willing to be vulnerable
yeah. You
because
gotta have
like
like kind of tough skin. Like, okay,
yeah,
whatever. I don't know them. They
yep,
can think what they want.
yeah, yep, exactly. It's not for everybody.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I've seen people that react to the trolls and they get a response and it's just like
Mhm.
and then the trolls come back again and they get a
Yeah,
response again. It's just a cycle, right? It's
and
just like yeah,
it's kind of weird. Like instead of the trolls just being like, okay, I don't like this guy's content. I'm gonna stop watching. I'm gonna just go
yeah,
somewhere where I like the content. It's like no, they need something to be enraged at, and they want to destroy that. It's
yeah,
kind of like the mission.
yep.
Oh,
It's
he
just like
said this. Let me
yep,
expose him.
yep, yep. And it's just like it's that drama. It's that drama. It's something about drama that people like,
Oh yeah,
that people crave. It's like and I didn't notice it until way later. Like shows like Jerry Springer and Maury and
yeah,
Judge Judah, all those reality TV shows. It's like it's drama. It's that
yeah.
something about the drama that gets your brain to going.
You remember TNT? We know drama.
Yeah, or like who TNT.
Yeah, it was like a TV station back in the day.
Let me look it up.
That was like there was a that was a slogan,
Let me
and
see. Oh yeah. TNT,
Yeah, yeah. You remember?
and like they have all those reality TV shows. Yep.
Yes, like you say, Jerry Springer, all of that fabricated, like
Yep.
that shocks people, make them want to tune in. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like such and such is fighting, such and such spit on this guy, such and such
Yep.
slap that guy. Like that's just entertaining. It makes you tune in. I don't know why, but I guess we're just used to like a mundane existence. Go to work, come home. People just want to see something shocking.
Yep. That's probably a good way to put it. It's like you want to see that excitement. Your life isn't exciting, so you want to see something that's exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like how do we avoid like just having that deteriorate people's brains? Because like in China, their TikTok is actually different. They're just like more academic content, like educational. Ours is like
Really?
yeah, it's different. Like the type of videos that are allowed, whereas
Mm.
art is like people dancing or just posting nonsense like people slipping and falling, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Um. How do we avoid it? How do we avoid it? I would say I don't know. I'm trying to think of it. I don't think you can, honestly.
Yeah, especially if you want to live in a free society, you can't say, "Hey, y'all can't see this." People are gonna start flipping out, and rightfully so. But
Yeah.
people kind of gravitate towards the lowest common denominator type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're not tuning into for an educational lecture like a TED Talk type thing. Yeah, they're tuning into like a Jerry Springer or something.
Yeah. They just want instant gratification.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I think that's what it comes down to. Is like you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna overload, right? You can overload on too much of it. It just doesn't. Whether you burn out from being a creator or you burn out from being a consumer, but like
Hmm.
the type of content that you consume after a while isn't going to be isn't going to hit the same. So you're going to
Yeah.
search out for more risque, more
Mhm.
just more, like, right. Let me just underline that word, more. And it'll never be enough.
That's how people
Like,
go kind of crazy. Like Deshaun Watson, the Houston Texans, like he would kind of like seek out all these massage therapists and try
I've
to.
never heard of one.
Oh, you never heard of that?
uh,
Yeah, he's like the quarterback for the. Well, he was the quarterback for the Houston Texans, but he got traded to the Browns, and they were looking at like his history, and he had like either like 30, 40, or some obscene amount of massage therapists, and you know what he would try to do is like try to do something like sexual with him,
right.
and to him like just dealing with a woman isn't enough. It's like he needs to do something taboo, like
Yeah.
when you have so much easy access to stuff, it just becomes mundane, and you need that extra stimulus,
Yeah.
and that's where like people get in that dangerous behavior.
Yeah, man. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. I think a lot of what we enjoy these days is rooted in vices, and uh, it's rooted in not lies, but like people say like, oh, this is good, it's good, it's healthy, it's natural, but like in
Yeah,
reality, uh,
it's kind of like
it's not.
the economy's built on shoveling us like the lowest common denominator stuff possible. Like you get out, I bet if you look around, it's like, is there anywhere healthy I can eat without cooking? Maybe one restaurant like a salad place, but everything's like hamburgers, fries,
Yeah.
chicken nuggets, tacos. Like,
It's because it's so convenient.
yeah,
Let me air quote the word convenient, right? It's really like it's just there. It's
yeah,
advertised to you, and like you pass McDonald's, there'll be another one. You pass Burger King, there'll be another one. You pass
yeah,
Starbucks, there'll be another one, and it's all strategically placed. And you're like a rat in a maze almost.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like you literally are, and those are all different rat traps because they're all so unhealthy. Like Starbucks is a huge cup of sugar, Burger King is a super fat burger. It's gonna clog your arteries. Taco
Yeah.
Bell, it's gonna destroy you on the insides. Like if you don't want to severely shorten your life, you just got to say no, 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 and
Yeah.
you're being faced with some of the world's best advertising.
Yep. Yep. The world's best advertisement, really. Like, like even streaming services, right? Like it's funny because yesterday, what is it? Hulu like would advertise me certain stuff, and it gets to a point where like they would ask you what kind of ads would you prefer, and it's like wait what like that when I turn on TV and I get an ad, it could be for anything. Like I don't.
Right.
Why are you trying to tailor these ads towards me, right? Like it's weird.
I think about it, man. It's like we're corporations kind of like creating like people who are confined to a small bubble. Like, okay, you say you like this, we're just gonna keep you here. Like, you know, you like Nintendo, we're just gonna show you Nintendo games. You know what I mean? Like, people can't, they're not expanding their thinking because the search algorithm just keeps recommending them the same stuff over and over. Like,
Yep. Yep. And unless you meet somebody that recommends you something different, you're not gonna break out of your bubble. Yeah. Exactly. No. Unless it's something super popular. Like it had to be liked by the masses. It says the masses likes this, you should like this. The masses like Stranger Things, so you should like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
The masses likes Squid Game, so you should like Squid Game.
Yeah.
Like, what if I don't like Squid Game?
It's like they want to compartmentalize everybody. Like, okay, here's you go in this bucket, you go in this bucket, you go in this bucket, and y'all over here, y'all like this, y'all like this. It's like people are kind of losing their free will almost. It's like they're just being herded into these little like sectors and being like corralled off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that, and I can also see like things becoming like super formulaic as well. Meaning like somebody was saying how the latest version, the latest series, Miss Marvel, right, from the MCU. It's on Disney Plus or whatever, and it's supposed to be the lowest rated show so far on Disney. And I was reading the comments on Reddit, and a lot of people were saying the same thing. They're just burnt out. It's just too much. Like and it's never really anything new. It's a hero. They have an origin story, and they have little twists and turns here and there. But at the end of the day, it's a dud because it's just too much at once. It's like, imagine if every week McDonald's had a new burger and the burger was in your face. Well, they did that for a while. The Travis Scott burger, the BTS burger, the that. It's just like, I just came here for something. I just came here for French fries, and now I'm getting advertised this amalgamation of it's just like, for example, did you see that? I don't know how often you eat McDonald's, but like it got to a point where I drove up to McDonald's once, and they gave you the option of mixing and matching several different types of burgers. And you could mix and match like a fillet of fish with a Big Mac and and something else. It was just really weird. It just got to the point where like they were like, look, we don't know what to come up with, but here's the ingredients. Come up with whatever the heck you want to come up with, and then you buy it.
Yeah. And people don't really like choice like that. They kind of want to have like a limited set of options, and they don't want like, you can choose between 10 different meats, 10 different cheeses, 5 different breads. It's like
it's too much. Yeah. Like, just give me a number one, give me a Coke, and we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Like, keep it simple. Keep it simple.
But yeah, man, I think it's a good time to end it. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.